There are moments in life when you feel like you've squeezed out every ounce of energy inside you, and there's absolutely nothing left to give. You tried, you fought, you stayed up late nights, you sacrificed, and you pushed forward. Yet the results refuse to appear. It feels like the more you struggle, the more life laughs in your face, whispering, "Give up." It's pointless. But what if I told you that this very moment of exhaustion, this moment when defeat wraps itself around your chest and whispers softly in your ear, is actually the closest you've ever been to a breakthrough? What if the darkness you feel pressing down on you is not the end, but the final stretch before the light let? Let me take you into a story. There was once a young miner who spent months digging for gold deep inside the Rocky Mountains. Day after day, he swung his pickaxe against merciless stone, his hands blistered, his body weak, and his hopes slowly sinking. Villagers walked past his site and laughed. "Why are you still at it? There's nothing there. You've wasted enough time." The young miner ignored them, but deep in his heart, doubt started to bloom. Every strike felt heavier than the last. His mind began whispering, maybe they're right. Maybe all this pain is for nothing. Finally, one night under a sky full of stars, the miner sat down on the cold ground. His pick lay across his lap. His hands trembled. "Tomorrow I'll quit," he said. "I can't go on anymore." But what the young miner could not see was that just 3 inches beyond where he chose to stop the earth was hiding a massive vein of gold. 3 inches of stone away from everything he had ever dreamed of. Friends, isn't that exactly how so many of us live? We pray, we work, we sweat, we sacrifice, and when results are delayed, we give up just before the miracle breaks through. Think about it. How many people were right there, right at the edge of their transformation, yet surrendered to exhaustion? How many gave up on marriage when healing was just around the corner? How many shut down their dream project days before the right investor walked in? How many turned their back on faith when grace was about to unfold? The truth is, the battle always feels hardest when the victory is nearest. It is not accidental. That resistance, that crushing weight you're feeling, exists because the finish line is closer than you think. This is why breakthroughs don't arrive in quiet, easy seasons. They arrive in pain, in confusion, in what looks like collapse. Did you notice the ground is always most stubborn right before it cracks? A seed pushes hardest against the soil, just before it breaks through into sunlight. And a human being fights deepest battles when their destiny is about to unfold. So if your heart feels heavy right now, if you want to throw in the towel and walk away, pause, breathe. Remind yourself, this is what the edge of transformation feels like. Every dream, every calling, every purpose comes with what I like to call the silent test. It is never announced. There's no warning bell or flashing sign telling you it has begun. It sneaks into your life quietly, disguised as delay, as hardship, as impossibility. This test is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal you. It asks one simple but life-defining question. Will you keep moving even when everything around you screams at you to stop? You see, almost anyone can push forward when the path is smooth, when applause surrounds them, when opportunities line up like stepping stones across a river. But destiny never crowns those seasons. Destiny crowns the soul who chooses to keep marching through the valley of shadows, with no audience, no cheerleaders, and no guarantee. That silence, that loneliness, that dark night of the soul, that's the furnace where character is born. Think of the countless inventors, visionaries, and leaders our world celebrates. What makes their stories inspiring is not that they succeeded instantly, but that they endured when most would have surrendered. Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Imagine if he had stopped at try number 999. Imagine a world without the light he carried within him. But here's the deeper truth. Our lives are not measured by invention or fame. They're measured by the unseen battles we push through. You might think your career is stagnant, your studies are too heavy, or your family life is collapsing. You may not even see yourself as a hero of any kind. Yet the courage it takes to wake up one more day, to fight one more hour, to breathe one more prayer, that courage is world-shaping, it's soul-shaping. Because while you think you're just surviving, in reality, you are being sharpened, like a sword in the fire, like a diamond in the earth. The pressure you feel right now is not punishment. It's preparation, And here's the contrast nobody talks about to the world. It looks like wasted effort. To heaven, it looks like the birth of resilience. To those outside, you seem like you're failing, but to your future, you are building the spine you'll need to hold the weight of your blessing. That's the silent test. It is never glamorous. Nobody applauds it. Sometimes people even mock it. But if you can endure it, if you can walk through the silence without throwing away your purpose, you prove that you're ready. So let me ask you, what if the moment you're in right now, the very struggle you think will break you, is actually the test to qualify you? What if all this silence is just a setup? Because your story is about to explode with transformation? Hold on. Do not lay down your weapon yet, because your breakthrough doesn't arrive after the easy days. It arrives after sweat turns to exhaustion. When your hands feel too tired to lift one more time, when you think, I can't do this anymore. Ironically, that precise moment is often the last question on the exam just before you graduate into the life you've been preparing for. Let me paint this clearly for you. The very fact that you feel like quitting is not a sign of weakness. It's a signal that you're on sacred ground. All of history's greatest transformations wear the mask of exhaustion just before they reveal themselves. Think back to the miner who stopped just 3 inches away from gold. He didn't fail because the treasure wasn't real. He failed because he trusted his fatigue more than his faith. He mistook the heaviness of the final push for the end of the road. And so many of us do the same. We mistake the signs of nearness for signs of impossibility. That dream you're on the verge of abandoning, that's your gold vein. The relationship you think is beyond repair, the healing may be inches away. The faith you believe is too shattered to recover. It is breathing inside you, waiting for just one more sunrise of endurance. Here's the contrast that defines this moment. The voice of discouragement says, it's over. The voice of truth says, you're almost there. Your tired body says, quit. Your destiny whispers, endure. And when 2 voices wrestle inside you, the louder one is usually the lie, while the softer one is usually true. So what do you do at this threshold? You become stubborn about hope. You refuse to hand over the pen that writes your story to despair. You force yourself to rise one more time, crawl one more mile, lift one more prayer, because the door you've been waiting for might swing open the very next moment. I promise you, there will come a day when you look back on this exact season with tears in your eyes and gratitude in your heart. You will see how close you were to breakthrough on the night you almost walked away. You will understand that what felt like hell was actually the soil that birthed your destiny. The truth is, no dream is cheap. No transformation comes without pain, and no destiny unfolds without the furnace of delay. Yet those who endure the fire with faith come out refined, ready and unstoppable. Maybe right now, as you listen to these words, you feel unseen. Maybe you think no one could possibly know the weight you're carrying. But listen closely, this is your confirmation. The fact that you pressed play on this message today is no accident. This is the reminder you prayed for, the encouragement you were searching for. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is not out there somewhere in somebody else's pocket. It's not locked in the approval of others or hidden in some unreachable corner of the world. It has been placed within you. Your strength is within. Your creativity is within. Your courage is within. Just like the thief who kept searching someone else's bag, you've been tempted to believe your treasure lives outside of you. But the truth is, it's already in your hands, so don't quit. Don't give in to the whisper of despair. Don't let the weight of waiting trick you into believing you're wasting your time. You are not wasting, you are building. Every scar is a line in your story of resilience. Every failure is a stair toward wisdom. Every delay is sharpening your character to handle the blessing when it arrives. And when that breakthrough comes, and it will, you will understand why the journey had to be this hard. You'll stop seeing the struggle as punishment and begin to see it as proof. Because it was never designed to break you. It was designed to shape you. So stand up, wipe your tears, steady your hands. This is not your finish line. This is your final lap. Don't give up now. You're closer than you realize. Closer than you've ever been. And when the breakthrough arrives, you'll remember this moment, the crossroads where you chose faith instead of fear, persistence instead of surrender, and you'll smile. Because you'll finally see the treasure was there the whole time, waiting for the day when you were strong enough to hold it.